All right, enough PSG, LFC. How about some quick hits instead?
Go, Gab.
Real Madrid beat Atlético 2-1 in the Champions League first leg. Jules, everything is still in the balance. I think Diego Simeone is pretty happy.
Yeah.
We did see some great goals.
We did the one from Rodrigo, and I think there's a bigger debate about if Rodrigo is very, very important, almost undroppable for this Real Madrid team.
You know my views on this.
I know your view on it. You can go on the ESPN website. We answer a question, you and me and Ogie, about Rodrigo, but still, it was a lovely goal. The response from Atletico and from Julian Alvarez with probably an even better one, maybe simply because he seems even further out and the angle is even tighter than the Rodrigo one. Not a great game, I thought.
No.
Not a good game, but then they're never really that great between them two because of the way they cancel each other out and the way they defend.
No, and I thought, it looked like it was a hybrid 4-4-2, 4-3-3 with Brahim Diaz almost often as like sort of the third midfielder.
Yeah.
Brahim Diaz, by the way, I thought was man of the match for Real Madrid. I know, obviously, Rodrigo's going to get the headlines, although Brahim also scored.
Yeah.
But the reality is, when we talk about sort of the control of midfield and stuff, they didn't have it with Tchouaméni. Camavinga, I thought, really struggled again.
Yeah.
And it just got a little bit better with Modric. But I think that's a bit of an issue for the return leg. This is still 1,000% in the balance. And I think it's going to be the pick of the return legs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's no doubt. A rocky start, but then Inter cruise past Feyenoord 2-0 in Rotterdam and even miss a penalty along the way, Gab. How about the Tula partnership?
The Tula, yes.
Tula.
Is this the best partnership the best strike partnership in all
not many people play with the front
all
two,
of
to be
Milan?
fair.
Yeah, I was going to say all of Milan, but
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. Not many people play with a front. True, and obviously people will say Grease and the Spider are better. I don't know. I think it was important though because Inter really banged up going into this. And I think he played it correctly with playing the guys generally who were fit, making allowances for the guys who were not fit, like Marcos Thuram.
Yeah.
Who from now on I will refer to as the greater Thuram.
The greatest Thuram, okay.
The lesser Thuram, who scored on Monday night as well, by the way.
Yeah, lovely finish.
And Lautaro along the way becoming the Inter's all-time leading scorer in
Why
the
did
European
you not take
Cup.
the penalty? I was surprised. I was really assuming. I mean, maybe Zielinski was I'm not saying that Zielinski should not have taken it, and maybe he was the penalty taker. But I just thought Lautaro would take it, and
That's a good question. Well, and then we feel better about ourselves. We should say this about Feyenoord and Robin van Persie.
his first game in charge. Yeah.
They have the longest injury list in the history of mankind, so always bear that in mind.
Yeah.
Borussia Dortmund are held at home by Lille and your boy Bruno Genesio, who gives the other Mbappe his second ever first team start. This surprised me.
I surprised everybody. Nobody saw this one coming. And to be fair,
He didn't get them muddled or anything.
no, but and Ethan, he's a really lovely player, and I love him. I'm just not sure this was the game for him to get that start in the position where I don't think you make the most of his skill set and of his talent as well. And they did it for balance. They did it to be solid in midfield because they pretty much played four it's only two number 8s and two number 6s in that four-man midfield. And then just Haraldsson and Jonathan David up front. So it was maybe not so a bit of a disservice to Ethan Mbappe, but when you draw 1-1 away at Dortmund in the Champions League last 16 and you're disappointed after, I think it tells you, one, that you've been good, so in the second half, and two, that you were not far from being even better, and maybe Lille could have pushed a bit more and won that game. So quite promising before the second leg.
It also tells you, despite the 2 wins in Spain in the Bundesliga, Dortmund still have massive issues. Although Karim Adeyemi, nice goal.
Yeah, nice goal again, but their second half was horrendous. Aston Villa win 3-1 away at Bruges, but we're talking about an own goal and a late penalty for them. Gab, more a case of Villa being good or Bruges throwing it away?
100% Bruges throwing this away. Look, I said to them, you need luck, right? And and it doesn't just mean that you're lucky. You have to be ready to seize the luck and capitalize on it. And Villa did. And Unai Emery, I think, would have been fine with the draw and saying we'll beat them at home and whatever else. But yeah, don't let the scoreline fool you. Like,
definitely not.
There's a draw written all over it.
But do you think we should expect more from Villa? Because you see the squad, you see the players they brought in January, and you see the performance in that game on Tuesday, and you think like, this is not good. They don't move the ball well. There's a lot of individual moments, but that collectively, and I'm like,
I think it is fair. I think what I would say to defend Emery, which is a weird position for me to be in, the injured guys, a lot of them have just only come back. And I think he hasn't had time necessarily to work with them and the newcomers, like Rashford and Asensio and Disasi. Jules, we're not done because we have more quick hits.
yes.
No 5-4 this time as Benfica fall at home to 10-man Barcelona, 1-0. Jules, what did you learn?
Well, that Wojciech Szczesny is still pretty good at football. To
Oh,
start
yes.
with. Yes, he's pretty
What
good.
a story. Out of football altogether until a few months ago.
I know. A few cigarettes there and there, and then look at that. Put on a masterclass. Well, masterclass. He put on a very good performance against the Benfica team that I thought with 11 men against 10 still could have done more, should have done more.
They had the chances.
Probably. They had the chances, to be fair. And then in the end, a bad pass. It's a bit similar to, in a way, the PSG-Liverpool game. One bad pass, Rafinha picks it up, very smart, great finish. Maybe Trubin, who had some really good saves as well in this game, but maybe Trubin could have done better on this one. And really, I don't see how Benfica can go away in Barcelona and turn this one over.
And win by a single goal? I think they can. I think it's going to be tough. But the key difference between Barcelona and Liverpool, obviously, Barcelona played, 73 minutes?
Yeah, Kubasi's red card.
With 10 minutes after Kubasi's red card. And it's funny because, look, I really love Kubasi. He's phenomenal, so young. But it struck me that about his tackle, right? It's like, oh, look, he just mistimed it. Unlucky, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'm sorry. Even if he times the tackle correctly, the ball rolls across to the other Benfica player who's running along. So
it's not the right movement to do in the first place. Even if you clean it, even if you make it clean, it's not the right move.
And it's now he's sent off for the return leg.
Yeah.
And I just wonder, like, guys, it's 180 minutes, right? Yeah, you made a mistake. Even if they score here, you're Barcelona, and I bet this is what Flick is telling him.
Yeah,
dude,
surely.
I expect more from you.
Yeah,
I don't care about this. There's no way you can win this. Just have the confidence. 180 minutes, we'll turn around, we'll beat them.
I agree, man. Bayern Munich destroyed Bayer Leverkusen 3-0 in Munich. Gab, does this mean the 8 points gap between them in the Bundesliga is justified?
So, two answers. No, in the sense that these were two absolute gifts from Bayer Leverkusen, as was the Mukiele red card.
Yes,
Talk about
completely.
people making stupid decisions.
Absolutely.
I mean, Kovar, whatever. He makes a mistake, but come on.
Yeah, I mean, Kovac should not have started anyway.
Yeah, which brings us to Xabi Alonso.
Yeah.
Yes, in the sense that, dude, I like the fact that you're different, you're a genius, you're brilliant. If this had been Pep Guardiola, we'd be sitting there saying like, oh, why is he overthinking it? Why is he playing idly up front? Why is he playing 3 million defensive midfielders and 4 center backs? I don't get it. Do you?
Me neither. I thought that was a complete wrong team to start in a game like this, away from home especially, maybe. And really, apart from the Frimpong chance earlier on, that Neuer comes out very quickly and saves it, they just had nothing.
There's great footage of Frimpong and Florian Wirtz on the bench, and they are so angry.
Yeah, I'm not
so
surprised.
upset.
I'm not surprised.
Sticking with Bayern, Jules, multiple reports say the contract extension for Joshua Kimmich is now off the table. I kind of feel like this should be a bigger deal. Or is it just more sort of contract negotiations?
Yeah, I don't know. It might be a power play a bit from Bayern saying, oh, you don't want to sign this one. You want more money. We'll take this one out and you can leave on a free at the end of the season. I still don't think that Bayern Munich can really let him go. I know they can't say yes to any demands. And if he wants 100 million a year, that's not possible. And maybe they think he wants too much money. I think some of the reports say he wants 20 million a year. At 30 years old, that's a lot of money. No problem to tie him up to a long contract, to a decent contract. It would be a massive loss for them, and I can see why there are clubs already thinking, okay, if he's on the market, then why not?
I will make this very simple. Real Madrid, go get him. If he wants 20 million, that's fine. You're playing Luka Modric about that, and he's 1 million years old, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. He's going to move on, salary slot. You plug him in there. In a pinch, he can play right back. I mean, he can alternate with Valverde in terms of the people who don't want to play right back but will play right back. It gives you leverage over Trent in case you still want to go and get him because, look, we have another guy who can play this position. And you get the passer in midfield that you desperately need.
That's true.
This is such a no-brainer if he's serious.
Yeah, exactly. Peter Bosz gets boshed by Arsenal 7-1 in Eindhoven for PSV. Gab, this was an absolute horror show.
Yeah, so look, I want to say nice things about Arsenal because Ranieri was fantastic. Martin Odegaard's goal, how about that?
Pass.
Martin Odegaard's pass, yes.
Yeah,
sorry, the pass especially. But But you can't take this seriously when you have a team that plays like this.
I thought Peter Bosz had moved on from that craziness.
The third goal. What is he thinking? And I think Arteta's left thinking, okay, I'm glad I don't have to deal with this again. Yeah. I can focus on the quarterfinals and move on. I don't think Arteta learned anything from this game either.
Definitely not.
Other than the fact that Thomas Partey needs to stop making stupid decisions at 3-0.
Well, yeah.